They are business leaders, experts in economy, society, and culture. In 15 minutes, their insights will create a vivid picture of Vietnam. Sharing Vietnam, the country as you see it.
Oh, hi!
We are trying to find someone to join our talk show, 15-minute talk show on our program, Netflix BBC 10, and we would love to find him. So, would you please to let us borrow him for just 1 hour? Sure? Are you sure? Sure. Would you love to join with us?
Sure, sure.
So,
my pleasure.
hello everyone and welcome to Sharing Vietnam. And now we have Mr. Keith Michny from Raffles Hanoi. Hello Mr. Keith, we have just invited you very quickly from the class, moved to our studio. So how do you feel at this moment?
Well, it was a quick trip, but I feel fine. I appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to you.
So how long have you been in Vietnam?
Over the past 20 years, 9 of them I've been in Vietnam, most of them in Hanoi.
Could you please share what about the first story that bring you here to Vietnam at that time?
I first came to Vietnam, to the north of Vietnam, in 1991. And I arrived here in Hanoi at the Hoa Binh Hotel the first day of Tet. And everyone was running around and buying flowers and everything. And then the rest of the time I was here, specialty, my field at the time, and my master's degree was in international marketing and export sales. So I thought I could teach these things to the people in Hanoi.
So you started your teaching career here in Vietnam?
Oh, no. I began teaching at a university level in 1979.
1979.
At a university in Ohio, where I'm from Ohio.
So up to now you still continue with the teaching experience in Vietnam?
Well, I've come and gone. I taught for 3 months and went back to my home country, came back to Vietnam in the fall of 1993 and taught for 3 more months, and then began working in construction here in Hanoi. I worked in a construction project in Hanoi for about a year, and then I worked for a distributor, a dealer of heavy equipment, and I was there for about a year and a half, and then I became tired of working and decided to relax for a while and made some friends with people in the film industry here in Vietnam, and in fact in the television industry here, and was what we call in English an extra in made-for-TV movies and films.
Maybe many Vietnamese people will realize that, oh, I know this guy. He was the actor in many films that I saw in the past.
Maybe.
This very funny story of yours in Vietnam, many experience. And what about now? We have just seen you at the class with the student at Raffles College in Hanoi. So could you share your work with the Raffles International School in Vietnam?
Well, can I ask you a question? You saw me teach. What do you think?
I think that you speak very strange in English, because normally in Vietnam we teach the student in Vietnamese. It's the first impression. And the second is, in your class, there is not only the Vietnamese, I guess. There are many students look like the student from Asia, but they are come from different countries, not Vietnamese.
Exactly. You've hit. If I can use the phrase, you've hit the nail on the head. You nói đúng, because we are an international school, and we teach in English, and so we officially do not make any provisions for what country you're from, because our purpose and one of our missions is to prepare the students for an international career.
Maybe Raffles is one of the international schools now in Vietnam. So in order to make the TV viewer understand more about the Raffles School in Vietnam and other model of international school in Vietnam, let's look at our short clip right now.
Những năm trở lại đây, ngày càng nhiều các trường quốc tế xuất hiện tại Việt Nam, từ bậc học nhỏ nhất là mẫu giáo cho đến bậc học đại học. Trong số đó, trường quốc tế Raffles nổi lên với hai chuyên ngành chính là thương mại và thiết kế. Với hệ thống 38 trường đại học và cao đẳng tại 14 quốc gia, đội ngũ giáo viên, giảng viên ưu tú đến từ nhiều quốc gia khác nhau trên thế giới, Raffles đang đóng góp một phần cho sự phát triển của giáo dục Việt Nam.
So when and why did Raffles start to stay here in Vietnam?
Well, Raffles came to Vietnam when the opportunity for foreign universities to be wholly owned became available. We came in 2006 and opened campuses in Hanoi and also in Ho Chi Minh City. In truth, we are a private school, and as a business teacher, the answer is obvious. But in addition to the opportunity it presents to a business, there's also the opportunity to help a country grow.
So what do you think about the Vietnamese student in comparison with other foreigner students that you ever taught in the past?
Well, the difference between a Vietnamese student and a foreigner student is the difference between a Vietnamese person and a người nước ngoài. What is unique about Vietnam? What is unique about Vietnamese people? To me, when I first came to Vietnam, when I first began teaching in Vietnam, when I walked into that first English language center in the elementary school at night class, I walked in and everybody stood up. And I said, well, why are you standing up? And it's the great respect that Vietnamese people have for learning, and the great respect that Vietnamese people have for teachers. You know the saying, you know, if you teach me one word, then you are my teacher.
So up to now, how many students have been graduated from Raffles?
Wow, good question. I think Raffles Hanoi maybe 700. More and more daily. We have a graduation coming up. I think of about 50 people coming up this fall.
A very personal question. What do you think when you can see the foreigner and even the Vietnamese student graduated from Raffles? What do you think?
Of course, it's a wonderful feeling. I've taught Vietnamese students for many years. I still have some contact with a student of mine from 1993. This young girl was 17 years old, and now she is 37. She's graduated from the Foreign Trade College. She owns a freight forwarding company in Ho Chi Minh City, has beautiful twin daughters, and is very successful. So to me, to see somebody walk up and get a diploma, but to see somebody after so many years see what success they've made of their lives makes me feel like a bak kiet.
So we have just recorded some interview with the Raffles School about the ideas when they learn with you, with other teachers at Raffles. Let's go have a look at our clip.
I have a really big dream, but just related to the interior design. So after I graduated my high school, I wanted to study interior design for my better future. So, and at the time, my friends and people around me recommended this school, and I searched it, and it was really amazing.
I find like I have quite fun here because I could meet some new culture friends. Not only Vietnam, because here was like some Malaysian people, some Thais, or some Russian, so I could meet many cultural people, and because of that I could get some experience. I could study English, I could study some more culture, some more style.
Ngoài những cái buổi học ở trường thì các bạn học sinh thì còn có những cái buổi ví dụ như là đi thực tập, đi tham khảo những cái sản phẩm thời trang ở bên ngoài cũng như là vải vóc. Từ đó thì mình sẽ mỗi một bạn học viên thì sẽ có được nhiều cái kiến thức hơn trong kinh nghiệm.
Coming back with sharing Vietnam. So, Mr. Keith, what do you think? Because you study and you teach a lot about the commerce. So, what do you think when a lot of international schools now start to invest and settle down here in Vietnam?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's wonderful. Of course, they bring the students, and there's the business aspect of it. I think in the long run, what we as an institution can learn is to adapt more to the Vietnamese culture, to adapt more to the Vietnamese society. I think individually, as instructors and lecturers, we can learn more and more about other people.
What do you think about the contribution of Vietnamese students to Raffles?
I think the Vietnamese students, of course, they have an opportunity to bring their uniqueness to the school itself.
So what will be the trends of development of Raffles in Vietnam in the futures?
Well, we're moving to a new campus. We're going to have expanded facilities and better facilities. We're looking to have a more media orientation for our textbooks and things like this. Of course, we're always trying to develop technologically, to keep pace with technology. We look forward to really some interesting times ahead. Culture.
So a little bit personal, but what about you? What about the development of your career in Vietnam? Because I think that both the Vietnamese student and the foreigner student at Raffles would love to have you at the class.
Well, I really like Vietnamese ways. The familial nature that we address each other. I mean, now I'm old enough to be called Bach, which is interesting. But the fact that the subtleties in the way people communicate, the fact that the more indirect you can say something, the more challenging you can make something for somebody to understand, fascinates me. But there's a vibrancy to life in Asia, and a special vibrancy to life here in Vietnam.
So before the end of the show, could you please have some words to the prospective student who love to join Raffles or another international school in Vietnam in futures? Could you please?
Well, it's important that you get some education in this environment. I encourage you to look to get some higher education. Of course, I want you to look at an international school. I think your opportunities will be greater. I think it's of course, I work at Raffles. I think it's the best school in the world, and you should come to my school because I work there. To prepare to come to Raffles, I think you should be ready to work. You should be ready to learn. You should know that you'll be challenged, and you should also know that as a business, we teach service marketing, and education is a service, and you would be our client, our customer. And I encourage you to come and call or talk to one of our counselors and see if Raffles is a good fit for you or a good school for you.
So thank you so much, Mr. K. Mishney, to join us today and sharing with us about your story in Vietnam.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.